Alright guys, welcome to MMA on Wheels, and again we are in my car at the parking lot right in front of the gym, going to hit upper body today. Guys, let's talk about UFC 311, Islam Makhachev against Renato Moicano. I'm just going to talk about the main event, guys. Just a couple of mentions. Bogdan Guskov, amazing performance. You can see it was a short notice opponent, but you can see the potential in Bogdan Guskov. What really surprised me, guys, is Peyton Talbot losing like this. Really good work, Raoni. I did not expect this. I was expecting Peyton Talbot to just walk through him, but I got proved wrong again, guys. Some of those young fighters, when they get cocky, they lose focus, and you know what happens when you lose focus, guys. So I guess this is what happened here. Maybe he was injured, maybe he wasn't. Who knows, guys? Doesn't really matter. Let's move on to the main event. The main card, guys. I mean the main card. Alright, guys, the main card was amazing. I loved it, to be honest. Except for a couple of the moments in it. First off, we had Kevin Holland against Rainier de Grida. As I said, guys, he's gonna take him down, submit him, finish him. It did happen a bit earlier than I expected. I was expecting Holland to show us a little bit of his striking for a couple of minutes. You could see his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Kevin Holland is amazing on the ground, guys. And you could see that he has the skill set and so on, but the reader is just too good on the ground, guys. And if you listen to the interview after the fight, he said the main goal is to take the guy down, submit him, and so on. Make him fall asleep, whatever. So, he asked for a top 5. I don't know, guys. Is he ready for a top 5? He was a double champion in ONE FC. ONE FC doesn't really have the best competition when it comes to the heavier divisions like middleweight. Oh, okay, middleweight, maybe they have a really good roster, but light heavyweight, not the best divisions, guys. Not that the UFC has the best heavyweights. I don't think the heavyweight divisions are really that good in general, but doesn't really matter. Maluchin, if he comes to the UFC, he's going to do good, just like Derrida, maybe in the light heavyweight division. But Derrida, I want to see him fight someone in the top 10. That would be fun. Not really sure about Vettori. He's 18 months off. Maybe this is a good fight. Brendan Allen might be a good fight. Brendan Allen might actually be an amazing fight. I don't want to see him fight Dolidze. I want to see Dolidze fight the second or third guy or something like this after the Adesanya fight. That would be interesting, because Dolidze, I believe he's a little bit older. Give him the chance to climb the ladder. But yeah, Derrida against Vettori, that would be fun. Against Brendan Allen, I like it, amazing. Kevin Holland, he's gonna be a company man. He's not going to be cut from the UFC, even though he has a lot of losses lately. But he's a good fighter and a company man. Then we move on to was it the heavyweights now, guys? Yeah, I believe so. We have Jailton Almeida, Sergey Spivak. I was expecting Sergey Spivak to win this fight. I believe I said it was going to be a knockout, because Sergey Spivak is really well-rounded. He has the experience advantage. And yeah, didn't happen, guys. It was a competitive fight, don't get me wrong, guys. It was a really competitive fight. You could see that both guys had their moments. On top, when it came to the ground game, striking, yeah, heavyweights, you know. But yeah, Jailton made a good job, man. It was an exciting fight. You got the finish. People are going to be happy. I'm happy, because I want to see you fight Cyril Gane, for example. This would be amazing. And I believe Cyril Gane is going to lose this fight, if they ever fight. But good job, Jelton. Maybe Jelton is the guy to actually be the biggest problem for John Jones in the heavyweight division. I don't think that Tomas Pino is the biggest problem. It's going to be either Volkov or Jelton Almeida, guys. Mark my words. Jelton Almeida or Alexander Volkov, biggest problem for John Jones in heavyweight. Alright, moving on. Amazing, guys. Jiri Prochazka against Jamal Hill. How to say? Jamal. He got humbled again. I'm not really sure if he had an interview after the fight. I believe not. I'm expecting him to say that he wasn't able to see through his eye after the eye poke, but comparing the eye pokes, you can tell that the eye poke Jiri took was on a whole nother level, guys. But let's not be too harsh when it comes to Jamal Hill. He had his moments, he had amazing opportunities in this fight, he had the options to finish Jiri, he got him rocked a little bit, the liver shot was really good. You could see Jiri fighting through the pain. In my opinion, guys, I don't like Jamal Hill. I don't like him, guys. But in my opinion, Jamal Hill has the potential to get better, guys. In my opinion, Jamal Hill has the potential, if Pereira is not the champion, Jamal Hill has the potential to be a champion. And in my opinion, Jamal Hill finishes Ankalaev if they fight. Is he going to finish Khalil round 3? Not really sure, guys. You can see a knockout from either of those guys. But when it comes to Ankalaev, Jamal Hill can beat him, in my opinion. So maybe this is the next fight. Jamal Hill against Ankalaev, and after Pereira beats Ankalaev, then he might fight Jiri. But I prefer to see Jiri fight someone like Jan Blachowicz. Yeah, Jan Blachowicz. Or Bogdan Guskov. Why not? Have Guskov step up and fight the former champion. This would be fun, guys. Or another option we have, Roman Dolidze. He defeated Anthony Smith a couple of months ago. Have him fight Jamal Hill. Why not? Roman Dolidze against Jamal Hill. Jiri sits out, fights Pereira or fights Blachowicz. I like the outcome. And Jiri's comment after the fight that he hoped that he kept his hands up a little bit more. He didn't. Head movement wasn't point today. He had a couple of scary moments, as I said, but in general, guys, pretty good fight from Jiri. He was motivated. And something that just came to my mind, Jiri cut his hair. And you know what kind of haircut he had, guys. And you know how animals use their tails to balance when they climb trees, when they run and so on. Maybe cutting the hair was actually what allowed Jiri to have better head movement. Maybe it was somehow going in the opposite direction and messing up his head game. Who knows? Head movement game. Head game, something else, guys. Anyways, moving on. Merab Dvalishvili, Umar Nurmagomedov. I was almost going to say Usman. I thought that they had the same level of cardio, guys. I was expecting Umar to get out there and keep up the pace for 5 rounds, just like Khabib did. Although Khabib had his moments of gassing out, and so does Islam Makhachev. Oh my god, I just saw the most beautiful girl ever. Damn, wow. She's a bit older though. And she's going to the gym, guys. I'm gonna shoot my shot. who knows what can happen. Okay, anyways, Merab, Umar. When it came to the striking, guys, first 2 rounds, especially the first round, you could tell that Umar is the better striker. He had stronger kicks, stronger punches. He was fighting that left hand. He was sharper, a lot faster. And in my opinion, he actually took the first round. That's for sure, guys. With the striking and so on. And the second round was, in my opinion, leaning towards Umar. You could argue that it was Merab's round, but let's give it to Umar, which makes it like, what, 48, 47 or something like this? No worries, guys. I like the result of the fight. It was a really good fight. I loved it. Merab's cardio, questionable cardio, guys. Why do I say questionable? It reminds me of Kamaru Usman a little bit. And we know the allegations, guys, that Kamaru was on EPO and so on. And I believe that this might be the case here. I don't mind it. If it was up to me, I'd allow every fighter to take every sort of a drug they wish, as of course under medical supervision and so on. Is he on EPO? Could be possible. And considering his behavior, guys, he's always hyped, like angry and so on. Maybe he is indeed taking something. I don't know what, but maybe he's just doing the John Jones and enjoying some sugar before the fight. Maybe that's the case, guys. Who knows? But he didn't gas out at all, guys. 5 rounds he was pushing the fight, pushing the pace, controlling the octagon. I liked the tip that his corner gave him not to go around, because he's going to get his back against the cage, but to just cut the corners. And I like this. That was a good idea. But yeah, amazing performance, Merab. I'm not really sure who's going to fight him next. Maybe Petr Yan. That's maybe the next fight, guys. And when it comes to Usman, I have a great fight in mind. And this is Sean O'Malley. Let's see. You could tell that Merab had the better wrestling, better ground game today. Although Usman, Umar, whatever. I always mistake those guys. Sorry. Doesn't really matter. Make him fight, make Nurmagomedov fight Sean O'Malley. Merab's wrestling ground game better than Umar's. So let's see if Sean O'Malley worked on his ground game, takedown defense and so on. Let's see if he did something to compensate for his weaknesses after the Merab fight. And then have the winner fight either the loser of Petr Yan and Merab, or just the champion. Who cares, guys? Something like this in 2025 would be amazing. Maybe another title fight in July or something like this. Moving on to the main event. I said that a couple of the moments in the main card were disappointing, and the main event was disappointing, guys. I told you that my brain said Islam is going to win this easily, but my heart was telling me that Renato Moicano is going to pull out a Bisping and win this fight somehow. What I saw, though, guys, is something really strange. Don't get me wrong, I don't trust Dana White, guys. And I believe that Renato Moicano will do everything to get more money. And we saw Benil Dariush he's going to get win money and show money. Amazing. So how much is going to go into Renato Moicano's bank account, guys? Maybe he's going to get 3 million. Who knows, guys? And Renato Moicano, being the money man, Renato Money Moicano, maybe he actually sold the fight, guys. Maybe he sold the fight. Because what I saw was a really good couple of seconds in the beginning. He was doing amazing. And then suddenly, he gets taken down so easily. And you know, guys, that Renato Moicano has an amazing ground game. And then suddenly he gets up, he pushes Islam, and he gives him his neck. Why did you give your opponent your neck? I know mistakes can happen. It's a high risk, high reward type of situation, lots of adrenaline and so on. So maybe your judgment gets a little bit cloudy, you don't know what you're doing. But guys, it doesn't really make sense. You have Renato Moicano. Amazing ground game, guys. And he's in his prime right now. Why did he give his neck to Islam? And the way he tapped immediately. I hope I'm wrong, guys. But in my opinion, this could have been the case. Maybe the fight was already predetermined just to have to build up Islam as the GOAT of the lightweight division, which he is, to be honest, because I believe that he's better than Khabib when it comes to MMA. And maybe they just want a super fight. Because, guys, Ilia Topuria against Renato Moicano doesn't really sound fun. Topuria versus Tsarukyan doesn't really sound fun. So maybe this is why Tsarukyan pulled out. And then you have Topuria versus Islam. They had beef. Topuria was arguing with Khabib. It's a business, guys. They are not really... They have fights. They give us the fights we want. And that's part of the business. But sometimes the people who deserve the fight or who deserve to win need to make a sacrifice for the better of the company, for the good of the company, guys. Because if you do so, you're gonna get more money. And to be honest, being a fighter is extremely, extremely expensive. Not for a man Tsarukyan, but for other fighters. So maybe that's the case, guys. Because if we get Islam against Topuria, it's going to sell a lot. You can make it in the USA, you can make it in the Arab countries, you can make it in Spain. It's gonna sell a lot. They can fill out a stadium, guys, in Spain. And it's going to be an epic performance, guys. Not just the fights, but just the whole event is going to be epic if they make it in Spain. So this is something that might happen. Or the other thing we might get is Islam against Belal. Although teammates, kinda Muslims, they won't want to fight each other. What if Islam moves up to middleweight? That would be crazy, guys. Anyways, the fights were amazing. I liked the event. A lot of future opportunities for the fighters. And some really interesting fights in the making, in my opinion. Let's make a video on this maybe later today or tomorrow. I want to make more videos this year. I'm aiming to get 150 videos this year. So let's do this. And like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your grandma. Tell her that my grandma is watching the fights. And maybe I'm going to do a video with her making predictions, guys. That's a good idea. Who knows? Anyways, I'm off to the gym. I'm gonna do some weighted pull-ups and dips. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.